All right, gang, we are looking at a seasonality chart of JBHT, JB Hunt Transportation. Now, this one got flagged in multiple ways with our systems and methodology, and right now we're looking at the seasonality of JBHT going back to 1983. So that data, that 40-plus year data is there in red. We've got 20-year data here in yellow and 10-year data in blue, and I think we could all agree that historically, JBHT typically finds a top here in the first week or two of the month of February and then tends to slide to the downside. Now, if we look at where we are currently with this stock, let's pull up JBHT, you'll notice that we have this phenomenon called price and time. Price and time are in line. That means that we know the seasonal expectations. Let's get our little drawing tool out. The seasonal expectations tend to do this and then drop here around the first part of February. So this is where price is now, and this is where we are in time. The first part of February, we have price up here as well. And if we go back, I always like to look at the left side of the chart. We can see that for whatever reason, price has been rejected into this area. Now, it doesn't mean that it has to happen again, but there's a high likelihood that for whatever reason, sellers have stepped in here around this 200, 215, 220 area, stepped in and sold, stepped in and sold, stepped in and sold, stepped in and sold, stepping in, and will we look to be selling again? Well, we know we have the seasonal averages pointing to the downside. Now, one other interesting thing to consider here is if we go and look at the insider trading activity. Now, we typically prefer to put more focus on buy-side activity of insiders as opposed to sell, because we know insiders can sell for various reasons. But this certainly does get our attention over the month of December and January. A large batch of selling here across multiple insiders, the president of DCS, EVP of safety, EVP and COO, president, CEO. A lot of insiders, multiple insiders, selling and selling in some pretty decent clips here, six-figure size transactions. So we've got insiders selling. We can see where they are doing this right around here, where prices have typically fallen in the past. So we've got insiders selling. We also know that price is at an area from a technical perspective where price has fallen in the past. And we know from a seasonality perspective that prices tend to drop in the month of February and into March. So let's actually look at a little bit more detail. You can see prices are weak into March, monthly average performance, weak in February, March. So this tells me that I don't want to be a buyer and I possibly want to be a seller. So I'm going to be looking to get short this name here through products called options, credit spreads, or bear put debit spreads. Good luck, good trading. We'll see you on the next update.